Alright guys, since I lost the last round we got eliminated from the draft, and what I got for you now is a bonus anti-spoil video where I'm going to be playing the first round of this Sunday Mox event. So this is seal deck. I already built the seal deck. It's going to be that, at least for game 1. And yeah, basically what happened when I opened the pool is that I thought there was no good rare, no good rainfall, and no good late game in any colors. So the first thing I was thinking about after seeing that was, well, I can probably not win a late game against most seal decks. So what is the most aggressive deck I can build with my pool? And this is what I came up with. This is just very low to the ground aggro, with a lot of pirates, March of the Drown, which is nice, 2 Skullduggery, very cheap curve, trying to just kill them before they play their spell, which are going to be very often just better than mines, because again, the seal pool was, I think this deck is decent. It might surprise some people as it is very aggressive and the sealed environment is a bit slower than the draft environment. So I think this might still be pretty good, not sure. First time I play a very aggressive deck in Ixalan, and I haven't done a ton of sealed, I mostly played draft. But yeah, I quickly realized that there was no way for me to win against other good seal pool. Most of the time, if I just build a mid-range / slow deck, I would just get, you know, outclassed by their card quality fairly quickly. So this is the reason why we are playing that now, which I don't mind. I think again it could surprise some people, and we have a nice curve, a lot of 2-drop, some decent aggressive synergies. It could end up being completely fine. I led with Hoarder because it can attack through more things. I mean, no, it's not true to say that, but how to put it? This can actually attack into more things, but there's not a lot of 3 toughness cards in this set, 3-drop, and I'd rather, you know, play something I'm willing to trade because I want to trigger the pillage here, basically, is the reasoning behind playing Hoarder instead of Firebrand. If this set was, you know, pretty high on the number of 3-drop with 3 toughness, it would make more sense, but I think given what there is in this set, we are better off doing that. Okay, so we could just pass. Don't really want to go for the late game. On the other hand, I could just kill the Huntmaster with Dark Nourishment, and we'll have to deal with that thing at some point. Several options. We could just attack with Hoarder, play Fathomfleet Firebrand. The thing is, since I played a 4-2, even though we might want to be the aggressor in this matchup, we might have to play it a little bit slower. They just discarded 2 lands and played the Huntmaster, so it means they probably have some dinosaurs in hand that they think they will get to cast off the Huntmaster. So I kind of like actually killing Huntmaster here. And passing. I don't think I want to trade 2 for 4. Deeproot Warrior, alright. We are flooding a little bit here, that's the problem. Playing 16 land, again very low curve and all, but we might be drawing a little bit too many lands here. I guess the warrior is gonna attack? No? Okay. No land, please? Ugh. That's rough. We could still Frenzied Raptor, attack with everything, then they probably block the Firebrand, we Skullduggery. They take 6, that's not very good. Yeah, we need a little bit more spells here to be in good shape. I think it's gonna be tough given that we draw 7 lands. This type of deck really cannot afford to flood. I mean, we could just stack with both and try to raise. They are stuck on land, maybe this is the right line. Gonna plus, minus. Play into Lightning Strike kind of by doing that. There's not like a lot of instant speed spell they could have. And I think, especially given that we are flooded, our best shot at winning is just to apply pressure while they are stuck on land. Otherwise, we are not going to win the late game. And actually here they don't even really get to attack with Raptor unless they have a follow-up play, because otherwise the Firebrand's gonna deal too much damage. Yeah, looks like they have a follow-up play. Then. But obviously they probably don't want to trade damage if they don't have a blocker. Yeah, that's a very bad news. That's a pretty great news though. The Arsonist is a pretty good card here when they're low on resources. Obviously they don't really want to sack a land, and if they sack Raptor it's just great, so that's a very good draw. One of the best cards we could have drawn, especially since we've drawn a little bit too many lands, so you know, drawing some 5-drop is nice. We got the Raptors, that's really cool. Feels good when this plays like a Flametongue Kavu. Okay, no reason to steal that as it cannot block since it's alone. Interesting. That's not bad. It's not really what we want, I think, though. I mean, it's gonna be a 2-2 most likely, no matter what. But I think we probably win this game, though. They probably play another dinosaur that we steal with hijack and win anyway. Unless they have a way to produce 2 creatures here, they are dead. And we got that. Alright. Red-green mid-range. They probably have slightly bigger creature, slightly better late game, so if this goes long we'll be in trouble, but hopefully we can go under them and win this way. Here it was a little bit easier because they got stuck a little bit, but the reason why they got stuck is because they discarded 2 forests to my Heartless Pillage, so it's not like they drew bad. They could have been a little bit less greedy maybe and keep one of the forests instead of something else. So I think cannot really say. I mean, sometimes you know you win because you're lucky. The opponent's stuck on land and there's nothing they can do. But here they could have done something, just kept maybe one of the forests and be a little bit less greedy. I'm not saying what they did is necessarily wrong, just pointing out that this is, you know, just not us being, you know, completely lucky, and that they had a little bit of control over what just happened. So I think the only other deck I can build with this pool, I mean, the only other good deck, decent deck I can build is blue-green. We have 2 Shaper of Nature, 2 Jade Guardian, so that was another possibility. I almost went for this deck. There is only one with the wind. If we had opened 2-1 with the wind, I would probably have gone for the blue-green deck. The problem with the blue-green deck is that it's a little bit slower, and it doesn't really have a great late game, and it's lacking 2-drop. And again, with more 2-drop and a second one with the wind, I would probably have played blue-green just because the deck would be aggressive enough and we would have the possibility to steal games fairly easily with these, and a slightly higher power level than the black-red. But I think this deck is, I mean, 2 Shaper of Nature is great, but I think the deck overall might have been a little bit too slow. We have this 2-drop in green, Speaker, which is nice, and that's about it. There's no, I guess there's an Aerialist, which is pretty good, but kind of a lack of early game. I felt like playing black-red was slightly safer, basically. Okay, on the draw I'm gonna cut the Raider's Wake, which I think loses a bit of value. And we're gonna play Lurking Chupacabra, which is kinda slow. It's the reason why it's not in main, but we have 4 Explore creature. And the opponent just showed 2 toughness creature last game, so I assume it's gonna be decent. I'm not sure about Dress. I'm main decking it because again the plan is just to try go under their big threat and make sure they don't use Ringvolt, but maybe I'm not supposed to main the kit. I don't know. Trying out one of the first time I'm actually main decking Duress. In this matchup on the draw, I could see Hatchling being better than Duress though. Still trying to be aggressive, but cutting the clunky cards that are a little bit weaker on the draw. Alright, this is a good keep. Not entirely sure if my build is right, but again, it felt like the Merfolk deck was, it was fairly powerful, but not really with enough removal or good late game to be stable and safe. At least not as much as I wanted. I'm gonna play that on turn 3, most likely, not turn 1. So yeah, I was like, well, I think I just want to go under my opponents if possible and kill them before they kill me, because I assume, again, I haven't done a ton of sealed. I've seen a couple streamers playing a little bit of sealed, and it feels like some decks are pretty slow. Hopefully they don't have Fire Cannon Blast here, but yeah, some decks are pretty slow, and aim towards the late game, and you want to be able to not lose against these. Because again, I think most slow deck are gonna have a much better late game than I do. Frenzied Raptor is mildly annoying, but I mean, it's not a great card for us. It's against us, I think it's pretty bad at blocking our 2-drops. It is just annoying here because of Scoundrels. Arsonist. I think I like turning that into a 3/3 if they allow me to do so. And then probably gonna go with Chupacabra. It just uses the mana better. Might just trade with Frenzied Raptor if they attack with both next turn. They might feel like this is a good trade because again, Chupacabra kills the Raptor, but we don't have any Explore creature right now. However, if I get to attack on the following turn and trigger my Arsonist, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, this stack I think makes sense for them to do. Obviously they don't know we don't have any Explorer. Now I might just top deck an Explore creature and it's gonna feel a bit clunky, but yeah. Okay, don't we want to trade Scoundrel for Ceratops? I kind of want to go... No, I think it's just Unfriendly Fire the Ceratops, attack for 5. Makes things fairly clunky for them. And next turn they will probably have another blocker, so we'll not... I mean, another creature, so we'll not have any good attack with Scoundrels, but we can just attack with Hatchling and trigger Raid for the Arsonist. Oh boy, well never mind, we're taking 11 right now. This is not exactly what I was expecting, I guess. Okay, well we are dead if they have Unfriendly Fire, but that's a pretty, you know, I'm never supposed to play around this specific combination of Raptor Swashbuckling plus Unfriendly Fire. So if they have it, they have it, I'm dead. Let's play Arsonist. If they sack a land, I feel good because it means they don't have the fire in hand, most likely. If they sack a non-land, it means they have the fire in hand. Okay, they don't have fire in hand, good. Then we might just have a little bit of a board stall here, they don't really have any great attack. Okay, I guess they have +3/+3 trample. Well, there's no way for us to block if they have it. Even if we put everything in front of everything, we are dead to +3/+3 trample. Nothing we can do at all, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it kills us here. Even if we put, yeah, we are just dead, so, okay. And I assume they have it if they make this stack, otherwise, oh. Huh. Maybe they have a raid creature then? Oh, that one. That's actually fine. I mean, I don't think this was necessarily a great trade for them. Interesting. At this point, the mana they get from that is not that relevant. So I think I'm willing to trade Scoundrels. It means they, the Horncrest is doesn't do anything if they trade, so they might just want to take the damage. I was really worried. I was almost sure they had +3/+3 trample. I'm not sure. I mean, they traded basically Arsonist for the Raptor, which is not good for them. It's a 2-for-1. I mean, 3-for-1 because we killed the mountain, so that was nice. And then we got to trigger our hatchling, which was pretty good too. Not saying what they say, what they did was necessarily bad or anything. Just thinking about this play. Now if they don't top deck, they are dead basically. No, they top decked. That's not too exciting, I guess, for them, though. Do we attack with everybody? They need to block with Huntmaster, so it's gonna die. Yeah, I think we do attack. They probably eat my dinosaur here. Chump the Firebrand, take 2 down to 5, and then we have lethal again next turn, unless again they top deck. We died to a haste creature, but again at this one I think we are just playing to win. We are not playing to try. I mean, if the longer this goes on, the I guess this makes sense too. If they block the other way around, they don't take the 1 damage of trample. And I think overall the 3/3 trample probably slightly better than the 2/2 that we can pump, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, same thing here, if they top deck a haste creature, well, we are dead, but there aren't that many of these. If they don't top deck a creature, they lose. If they top deck a Revolt, they are still under a lot of pressure. That's a good creature, I guess. Good top deck. And now we are the one losing. I think we put ourselves in a pretty good spot to win that game. But yeah, just drawing an 8th land when they draw top deck a second creature in a row, and they only drew 6 land is obviously pretty bad for us. We can still double chump block, but the thing is, we already use Unfriendly Fire, so I'm not sure we have an out, really. Oh, we can top deck Hijack, I guess, if they have nothing here. But overall, this is looking pretty bad for us. Nope, that doesn't do the trick. Close, but not good enough. Alright, GG. Yeah, it's really a shame they top deck, a really good 5-drop. If they had top deck a medium-sized creature, they would not have been able to attack this well. Well, feels bad, man. Kind of feel like we played it how we should have played it, but kind of got wrecked by their top deck. Alright, gonna bring back the Raider's Wake on the play. And then I think that's gonna be it. I don't think they have enough instant and sorceries where we want to rest. I guess it also takes the Swashbuckling, but don't think this card is very good here. Yeah, so we could have top decked Hijack, and I think that was it. Dark Nourishment not good enough, the Haste Creature not good enough. So it was hijack or die at this point. I don't feel like there's anything we could have done different this game. Again, I think like game one we drew a little bit too many lands, but I mean when you draw 8 plus lands, I guess 8. Yeah, we draw 8 land both game with a 16 land deck that's really aggro. It's not like the super flooded you cannot win thing, but it's a bit clunky. I think one more spell means we win the game easily, and yeah, them top decking means not top decking means we win obviously. I think we put ourselves in a pretty good spot, and they just ended up having what they needed basically. This time we'll be on the play, so hopefully if we continue to have decent draw. I mean, I'm complaining a little bit about small flood because we drew 8 land, but it's true that overall the draws have been pretty good. As we've been drawing, you know, we've been able to curve out pretty nicely every single game without mulliganing, so definitely can't complain about that. I hope, if anything, I'd rather just have the same type of draw and not mulligan, obviously. But it feels like if we have a draw a little bit like, you know, the one we had on the play, it should be pretty good. Unfortunately, the deck says no. That's a keep, not a very good one though. I like that on top. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Oh well, oh well. I mean, we are playing a very we are playing a deck that doesn't give us a lot of control over the game and what's gonna happen. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. Generally speaking, I think when we're gonna mulligan on a play, probably have very hard time winning, unless they have a very slow draw, and yeah. Most likely this is the mountain they fetched. Them not having a 2-drop is kind of a good news. I'm gonna attack first in case they have lightning strike. I could just play Frenzied Raptor and F6 most likely, but I assume they will have a 3-drop that's gonna trade with Raptor, and then if we draw a 6 land, it's gonna be game over pretty much. I mean, it's nice that the Firebrand is... Oh, no 3-drop? Okay. Maybe they kept kind of a slow end. They know we are very aggressive and we were on the play. This is a little bit surprising. I think I like playing these two things over boosting the Firebrand. There's I think at least you play Hoarder. There's an argument to not play Hatchling. Oh, they hit. That's pretty good for them. Now I'd only have to attack with Hoarder. Well, I guess I do. If they block it, they take what? They take 9 down to 3. It's probably fine with me, actually. They hit a Hotepec and Master that they kept on top. Alright. So them hitting, I mean, getting the creature or not, might not end up mattering a whole lot. They kept Handmaster on top. This could be because they want more blocker, and here they can go Hotepec Handmaster plus Horncrest to, you know, any 4-mana dinosaur, so kind of a cheap free creature they can play. We put them down to 5, which is nice, but they might be able to just stop the bleeding here, and we are running out of gas. If they just play a Horncrest, we don't really have any good attack anymore. Okay. Well, that also stops the beats, I guess. Just gonna attack with Hatchling and play Scoundrels. They have 4 cards left in hand. We know they most likely don't have cheap removal, otherwise they would have used it quite a bit of time ago. We have a fairly threatening board. I think if we draw a couple spells in a row, we are in good shape. And if we draw a couple lands in a row, we'll lose, most likely. I think this is what will happen here. I mean, it's fairly obvious, but that was pretty good, I guess. Not gonna bother triggering raid. We don't even need the treasure, and we don't have any good attack. Okay, well, we got 2. Well, this is kind of frightening, though. It means their last card is better than these 2. Hopefully this was the last card, and it's not something better than that. Interloper is kind of good. Force is... I mean, Menace is nice. Ooh, March of the Drowned. That's pretty great. Okay, these were some really solid draws. Now we can pass. Next turn, play 2 more creatures. If they are attacking, I'm like super worried. No attack, okay. For a couple seconds it felt like they were attacking and I was like, what on earth? This is so frightening, dude. So I could play my last land, and if we draw another land, this lets me pump the Hoarder up to 6 power next turn. This could be relevant if we attack with everything and they have a 6/6 creature. So probably just gonna play it and not try to bluff. Most of the time you lose more by holding your land than by playing them, so... Sometimes it's nice to conceal a little bit of information, but... Swashbuckling, okay. Aren't they just dead on board? I think they might just be dead on board though. No, never mind. They can just block everything but the Interloper, take 5, and they are far from being dead. I mean, not far from being dead, but they are not dead. Here they are dead on the following turn. Just making sure. Yeah, if I attack with everything, they block, let's say, here, 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 here. I lose a bunch of creatures, I don't kill them. Okay. Okay. No attack then. Do I want to trade? No. If I attack with Firebrand, I just trade with Huntmaster. Don't think this does a whole lot for me. The question is now, if they top deck and pass the turn, do we go for the kill? Or do we play around them top decking a Ringfall? Well, now they are dead. By casting that, they just, you know, let me know they are dead, which is good. Unless I'm bad at math. But yeah, they have 4 blocker, we are 6 attacker. They need to let the Interloper in, because if they spend 2 blocker, they die. So we get at least 5 damage, no matter what happens. So we just barely got there, but like, if we had drawn the land last turn instead of the Dire Fleet Hoarder, and now we would have played the Hoarder, and the next turn they play another Dinosaur, we probably just lose the game. I mean, this wins the game. So we barely killed them. Whew, that was kind of a good matchup, though. Kind of, I mean, not matchup, kind of a good match. It was interesting. I think we both had, you know, we both were able to play spells every game, and it was pretty close. So interesting. Alright, that was the bonus match for this draft. Thanks a lot for watching the whole thing, if you stay until now. And see you soon for another draft video, or maybe some standard. I might just upload a bit of standard this week. Thanks for watching, see you guys.